Okay. Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm here at the Street Epistemology meeting with Gage today. And Gage, how old are you?
I'm 10.
10. And why are you here today?
'Cause I wanted to be with my grandma, and my mom left to go somewhere, and
Cool.
I wouldn't want to be alone, so.
So you get to hang out with Grandma for the weekend?
Yeah.
How fun. And what grade are you in at school?
5th.
5th grade. How do you like school?
Fun.
Really? What's
Yeah,
your
it's
favorite
pretty
part about it?
Math.
Really? Wow, good for you.
And I love doing decimals.
Decimals? You doing like long division and stuff
Yeah.
like that too with decimals? That's not easy stuff. That's good. I'm glad you like it. What are you thinking about doing in your future? Do you know?
I would like to become an engineer.
Oh.
And I am wondering if my dad would get some parts, that way I could build a little motor and make a little excavator or something.
That would be awesome. That would be a fun project to do in the winter or something when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
You can build it. Okay, I have some questions I'm going to ask you, or they're actually statements, not really questions. So,
Okay.
And you tell me if you agree or disagree, and if you have any thoughts or opinions or ideas about these things. Okay. So this is the Street Epistemology Survey. Do you know what Street Epistemology is? Has your grandma told you anything about it?
Nope.
Not really. It's just basically asking questions to find out what people believe and why they believe it. So we're just gonna, I'm not gonna ask all of these. I have all of these on the page, but we'll just go over a couple of them if that's okay. Okay, so what do you think? This is about truth. Do you, tell me what you think about this. A statement is true if it corresponds with reality. So something is true, somebody says something's true if it matches reality. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it is true, and I feel like it should be believed. And
what is reality to you?
To see what happens in your future, and like if it
You can take your time too. Don't feel pressured to hurry up and answer. But do you think there's some things that are real and some things that are pretend? Do you have any examples of a pretend thing that you can think of?
Fairy tales are pretend, but they could also become real.
You think they could become real?
Yes.
Like the Little Mermaid?
Maybe.
What about like fairies? Do you think fairies are real?
No.
Or pretend?
Pretend. When I was little, I thought the tooth fairy was real.
Oh. Shh. Don't let that secret out of the bag. And then what happened? Like, what changed your mind on that?
I thought my mom would always take my tooth and
you thought it was your mom.
Put $1 under my pillow.
Is that what happened, do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Why? What made you think that?
Well, when I started pulling out all of my teeth, all my money would never come, and I thought my mom did it because they can forget to do stuff.
That's how the tooth fairy was at my house too, with my kids. Sometimes she forgot. Do you think that if fairies were real, there would be a way we could find out?
Yes.
What could we do to find out, do you think?
We could, it's a hard question.
It is. Well, like somebody says starfish are real. Is there a way you could test that?
Yes, we could maybe go somewhere and maybe find scientists that could discover it and
Mm-hmm.
maybe discover I forgot the word.
Like actually find them, maybe?
Yeah.
And you could touch them and hold them.
Yes.
Could you do that with a fairy?
No. I don't think so.
If they were real, could you?
Yes.
So
Probably.
you think they're probably not real. What if somebody comes in here and they believe that fairies are real? What would you tell them?
That they could believe it, and I wouldn't disagree with them
Mm-hmm.
if they thought it was real. So I just would tell them this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own opinion to believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That makes sense. So if there's two people that come in here, one of them says fairies are real, I really believe they're absolutely 100% real. The other person over here says they're make-believe, it's just a pretend thing. Do you think one of these people is right and the other one is wrong?
No.
You think they're both right or both wrong?
Maybe they could. Well, I think the first one could be wrong, and I actually
Mhm.
do think it's wrong. But
So one of them could be wrong? Do you think one of them is wrong in reality? One of them is
Yeah.
wrong and one of them is right?
yeah,
I'm not saying which one is or which one isn't. But
Yeah.
somebody's right and somebody's wrong, right?
yeah.
Is that what you're trying to
Mhm.
say? If you were wrong about something, would you want to know about it?
Yes.
If you were the one who was wrong, would you want somebody to tell you?
Yeah.
Or
I definitely would, because I would also like to discover that
mm-hmm.
and actually know that they were telling the truth, and then other people could know about it.
Yeah. So if somebody says something outrageous and crazy, like, I own a rocket ship in my backyard,
Mm-hmm.
they either do or they don't, right? Do you believe them automatically?
I mean, no, you shouldn't, because they could lie and they could just make stuff up.
How could you find out if they were telling the truth or not?
You could go ask somebody that they really know and that you trust.
Yeah.
And those people are also that person's friend. And if you really wanted the proof, you could go into their backyard and you could see it, or you could just think that wasn't right to say. And
You show up and there's no rocket ship there.
yeah.
What if they say it's invisible? It's an invisible rocket ship. Then do you
maybe
believe
that-
them?
No.
You never know. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
I
you
just don't think invisibility would ever be created just in this century, but I feel like,
So you'd be skeptical about that.
yeah, in the future it could definitely happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be really cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think, how important is it for you, Gage, to believe true things?
I don't know. It's kind of a hard question.
Mm-hmm. It is. But you did say earlier, if you were wrong about something, you'd want to know,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you do appreciate knowing things that are true.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for letting me ask you questions. You did a really good job. Do you have any questions you want to ask anybody here?
No.
No? Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for answering and talking to me today. I'm going to end the recording.
Oh, I do have a question.
Okay.
Do you think that France is real?
Yes.
How come?
Because most people in my class have gone there.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I have a
What
question.
about China? Also
Yeah.
real?
Yes, it
Have
is.
people in your class also gone to China?
Yes.
Is that so? All right, I'm done.
So she
I'm
said-
jealous now.
World travelers.
Is there something that can be invisible that you can't see, but it is real?
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot the word, but it's like micro.
Scopic?
Yeah.
But how do you prove something that's invisible if it's invisible?
Like air. Air is real,
Yeah.
right?
And it's invisible. I mean,
How do we know?
You could actually see air, but it would just be really, really, really hard to see.
Is there a way you could test for it to show that it exists?
Yeah. You could go in one of the wind simulators and you could see the wind go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So
you could
that's
measure
one
it?
way. Yeah.
Yeah, so just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real.
Yeah.
Just because you can see it, does that mean it is real?
No. Well, it's actually kind of it's medium and not. It's real and not real.
Have you ever seen a magician do a magic trick? Like you see it with your own eyes.
Yeah, but they actually have like tools they do, and they really have to practice it in order to get that trick right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thanks. Again, we ended and then started again.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, very cool.
I don't know why my nerves were shaking so much.
No, you did.
That was
You
really
did a
good, John.
great
Really good.
job, Gage. That was really good.
So
These are hard
your-
questions.
Your
Yes.
classmates were lying about France. Everybody here knows that France is not real.
Just like the tooth fairy.
I've
were
never
lying.
seen
They were
it.
lying about that just like they lied about tooth fairy.
What do you think about that? The possibility of them lying to you about it? Like it's like a conspiracy. Like everybody decided, oh, let's lie to Gage about this. We'll laugh. This is funny.
I mean, most of my friends have actually, well, not most of my friends, but one of my friends was born there, and
Well, people say that, right? Like you were never when he was born, so you could say, I was born in France, but you know they were born in Lehigh or something.
yeah.
Even if they were to take a picture, right? It could be like somewhere in Provo. So if there could be the possibility of them lying to you, what does that? How do you feel about that? Or what do you think about that anyway?
It would kind of be devastating because I would really like to know that they were actually born there and if they've actually gone there. But if they weren't born there and if they've gone there, then that's also true. But if they weren't born there, that would just be sad because I would really like to have a friend from France.
Your
That would be
grandpa's
cool.
French, honey.
Ah,
What,
It's
what
pretty
is your
real.
name?
Gage.
Gage. Did anybody else notice that his proof for the tooth, or his mother giving him money, was that his mother would forget to give the money, and the tooth fairy would never do that? That was awesome.
Yeah, that was really great.
I think it's kind of interesting anyway to like think about, because at some point in our lives we can like start to think for ourselves and say, well, maybe people lie, right? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes we just hear things as a child, and we believe everything, or
We
we're
just
more
trust.
more trustworthy, and then at some point somebody lies to us, and then we're more careful from what people tell us. So there is like this interesting distinction that at some point we make what we believe is true, why we believe it, who do we believe, etc.
And you could easily replace tooth fairy with like angels or
Right.
something else. And like just because something's invisible doesn't mean it's not real. Like,
Right.
You're actually helping
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
The things that you're saying is actually
You're-
helping them think about other subjects and.
And how it applies to even adults, like, we have these same kind of questions and same kind of ideas. So you're very well spoken, and I appreciate you
where do you go
being
to
willing
school?
to